ourselves. Let's think about what are we willing to do. What are we willing to do for marginalized communities that are getting attacked, are being attacked, and that have been attacked throughout this campaign? Hateful rhetoric.
Yes.
We have to think about what are we willing to do. Not just what we're gonna tweet, what we're gonna post on Facebook. What are we willing to do, and who are we gonna hold accountable for our lives? Okay? That's what we gotta think about. We know why we're all here, okay? We know that this rhetoric, this xenophobia, all of these hateful speeches from the president-elect is just one little thing that has been happening. But our lives, 28 years old right now, I've been dealing with this forever, and so have many of you. This is not new. This is not new. It's not new. And all of us here know that it's not new. So there are currently 80 campuses across the nation, if not more, doing the exact same thing we're doing right now. Speaking up and advocating for our communities. Speaking up and standing your body physically here, showing the administration at this campus that we care, that we matter, and that we will protect each other. Because that's what we gotta do. Like, let's make that clear. We gotta protect each other. It's not about Black Lives Matter. It's not about immigration issues. It's together. We're interconnected. We're a community, one people. We gotta think about that. We cannot fight this fight alone between Black people and Latino people or whatever you identify as. We have to do it together as a team. We did that with the administration 2 years ago at the forum, didn't we? We brought 500 bodies in that gold room or whatever it's called. We brought it, and we told them, this is real. It's happening under your nose. It's been happening. I've been here since 2008. Nothing has changed. Nothing. And now we have this issue with the president-elect saying that he will deport 2 to 3 million immigrants, which include DACA people. He said that his first day in office, he was going to revoke DACA. There are DACA students in this campus. What are we going to do about them? I ask. Do you ask that too? Do you wonder about their lives? Yeah. They are cyclones. They are part of this community. So when we talk about policy of inclusion and safety and diversity, you gotta think about DACA students too. Yes. You have to think about DACA students. You have to think about undocumented students who are in this institution. And correct me if I'm wrong. Officially, it was a year ago, correct me if I'm wrong, when DACA was put on the application of admissions to come into this university. So you already know that they're here. You are getting their money, and you know that. You know they're getting the money. So then, what are you doing to protect them? What are you willing to do? Now, with that said, I'm going to say, let's not forget what we're asking for here right now. It's a nationwide movement. It's asking for campuses all over the nation to say that they are sanctuary campuses. What does that mean? Let's think about history. When communities were being attacked back in the day, what did we resort to? The Underground Railroad. When there was the Holocaust, people resorted to neighbors' homes to hide in the attic, to hide in the basement, right? Those were sanctuary places. What happened in Postville, Iowa in 2008? There was a huge raid. What happened to the kids when they sent their parents back home? You know what happened? There was a sanctuary place with churches, a union of all types of churches and religions and spirituality that united. And they said, we're going to help this community. We're going to help you. So we want Iowa State University to be part of that sanctuary for us. Right. For DACA, by law that says that Iowa State or any other university in the state of Iowa that says that they cannot do that. Nothing that says that. Actually, I'll tell you one small thing. DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, they actually have a policy that says that their staff cannot enforce immigration at any level. They cannot go into sensitive areas, okay? And part of the sensitive areas are college campuses. So you don't have any backlash here. You got the people that are working against us saying that they won't. So I want to hear Iowa State University say that they are a sanctuary campus. There's no reason why not. Before I go any further, I also want to say, whoever is a DACA student or undocumented student here at Iowa State, I know you are at risk when you put yourself out there. I know. I did it. So I know what it is to put yourself and your family out there. I know. But if you want to share any experiences, you are welcome to come up here and talk about if they're good or bad experiences. I'm not expecting every experience to be the exact same because we know that's not true. So if you want to share whatever you want to share, your experiences in the institution and what it means, what it would mean for Iowa State to actually say that they are a sanctuary campus, like many other universities have already said, what it would mean to you. Come up here if you want to, and if you feel comfortable doing that. Please come up here and talk about that. At any point, you could come and say, stand here and tell me that you want this space to be for people to listen to you, to your experiences. I'm going to continue. Now, we sent a letter to administration and to Dr. Harmon here saying what we expect as a sanctuary campus. Many other things you've already read in forms, or if you haven't, there are some phones going around so you can look at it and sign if you agree. But basically what we want is Iowa State University to do the following. We want them to refuse any voluntary disclosure to ICE or Immigration and Customs Enforcement across all aspects of the university to the fullest extent of the law, okay? But we also ask for the Iowa State University to refuse physical access of ICE or, like I said, Immigration and Customs Enforcement to all land or owned or controlled by the university. We also ask Iowa State to prohibit any inquiry or recording of any individual's immigration status by campus security. We also ask for them to prohibit enforcement of immigration laws or further collaboration with ICE, because by federal law, they cannot do that. Police officers are here to protect all people, including undocumented people. There's nothing in the law that says that they're supposed to enforce any federal immigration, anything related to that. Nothing related to ICE, nothing related to immigration. They're here to do their job, which is to protect us, to protect all of us, regardless of status. So we want Iowa State University to go through with that, follow through, and actually state it, write it in policy, and everything in between that you can do in order to protect DACA students or undocumented people. We want you to do everything possible. We want you to be proactive, not reactive. I don't want January to come. I don't want January to come when this man is elected and then my friends get pulled out of class. My friends don't come to class. My brother gets deported because we weren't proactive, because we're here talking about this issue and that issue and this issue when it's a people's issue. It's a people's issue. Yeah. administration back here, and I added something else that I didn't really think about before, but it's important. I added that the university will continue to support, that they will say in writing, and they will say it, that they will continue to support the DACA program, and that they will continue to support DACA students here and their equal access to in-state tuition, because they don't pay in-state tuition, okay? We don't. There's only a handful that have been able to navigate that and are able to pay in-state tuition, but not all of us have. And when you're talking about people that were raised here in Iowa, that grew up with you, that went to high school with you, how are they different from you, man? Why? How are they different from you? We just want access to education. Is that bad? Is that something so wrong to ask for? Equal access to education, equal access to financial aid. I'm not asking you to give me money. I'll work for it. I'll tell you. We just want the opportunity to get there. We want the opportunity to apply to scholarships. I don't want you to tell me just because I don't have a Social Security that I can apply, when in fact we pay $12 billion in taxes. I'm not giving people. So when you hear the trolls in the internet are like, oh, these people want to get all these benefits from taxpayer dollars. We are the taxpayers. We are. This policy shall be enforced by all college or university staff and all contractors and subcontractors and their employees working on property owned and controlled by the university. That's what we ask for. We also say that the university commits to ongoing dialogue with the students about additions to the university policy in support for community efforts that protect immigrants who study, live, work at this university, and their families too. And finally, this is just a reminder, just in case administration or staff or faculty has forgotten. Institutions of higher education play a critical role in protecting their students, faculty, and staff by declaring sanctuaries for undocumented people. And you can do that, and we want you to do that, and that's why we're all here, because everyone here knows that we're standing here for this community and for this to happen.
Yes.
Again, if any DACA or undocumented person wants to come up here and talk, you're welcome to. If not, that's okay, and I completely understand. There are police officers in civilian clothes here because I asked them to be in civilian clothes. And also, there are police officers around the area just in case. But I just want you to be aware of that. You don't have to speak, you don't have to share your story, but just know that we're doing this for you and for all of us that are in this fight together, in the fight to resist this white supremacy country that continues to devalue our lives.
Right. So I'll make a brief statement. I hope I'm loud enough. My name is Martino Harmon. I'm Senior Vice President for Student Affairs. We hear and we understand your concerns. I have the same concerns. We have the same concerns. What I can tell you right now is that the administration, we've looked at this, we've been meeting about it, and we'll release a statement. What I can tell you this though right now, we have supported undocumented students, DACA students. We will continue to support those students. We will not, our police force will not go out and try to enforce immigration status check immigration status of students, pull them out. We will not do that. We will not participate in that. But what we have to look at carefully is, nothing has happened yet, but it might. But what we have to look at is if there's a federal law that puts us in a very precarious situation. Because if we violate a federal law, we could put the institution at risk as well as the ability to distribute financial aid. So we have to look carefully at that. So I just want to say that we understand the issue. It has a lot of complexities, but we know the fears, the concern, the anxiety of our students. We have always supported undocumented students, and we will not turn our backs on undocumented students. But we also have to be concerned about any federal laws that might put us in a precarious situation. Again, the administration is meeting, we're discussing this, a statement will be released. But right now, I don't have anything else that I can share with you at this particular time, other than to say, thank you for being here. We appreciate this exchange. It's important to all of our students. Thank you. I don't know if anybody else wanted to speak or not.
I have so much to say after that. And I will just say one thing. When the institution, when leaders in higher administrative powers in the institution message or send a message to their staff, faculty, or whatever the case may be, saying that they should not be here with us, that they need to be careful if they're here with us, that they need to, call out if they want to come here or whatever. That shows the lack of support.
That's right. That's right.
So when we have the freedom to support our students as faculty, as staff, as administration, when we have the freedom to do that, then when we actually see you here, when we actually see your faces here, when you actually come and talk to me and tell me and ask me what's going on, then I know that you support undocumented students.
That's right.
Then I know that you support Black students.
That's right.
Then I know that you support LGBTQ students.
That's right.
That's the only place, that's the only way I will know that you actually support us. When we talk about these spaces, supposed to be safe spaces, who are they really safe for?
That's right.
And that's all I'm gonna say, because it's not about that right now. But that's all I'm gonna say. Again, this is a space for anyone that is undocumented, that has undocumented parents, and knows what's going on, and knows that the unprecedented risk that we are at right now is welcome to come up here. And you don't have to, because like I said, I understand. Thank you for your time.
What's up, y'all? Y'all on Facebook Live? First time I've done this. All right, so if no DACA students want to come up here, it's fine. We totally got your back. But let's just end this rally with the same chant that we did, just louder so everybody in administration could hear us. All right, you guys remember what to say? Yep, stand up, fight back. All right? When people's rights are under attack,
we stand up and fight back.
When people's rights are under attack,
we stand up and fight back.
When people's rights are under attack,
we stand up and fight back.
When people's rights are under attack,
we stand up and fight back.
When people's rights are under attack,
we stand up and fight back.
The loudest one you guys could possibly ever give out. When people's rights are under attack,
we stand up and fight back.
Thank you guys for coming out.